Barcelona have won this Super Cup a couple more times, though, 14-12. Bellingham.
You see the high line there as well, Ian. And Bellingham has good possession.
Carvajal. Koundé got across in the nick of time.
It's a foul. Like Tchouaméni and Koundé.
Yeah, caught him, didn't he?
Didn't need to, really. Koundé was always going to get there. So there wasn't much in it again at all. Koundé made the most of it, certainly.
It's a bit more in dollars. Not that I'm up to date with the current exchange rates.
Oh, yeah.
You are, of course.
Not like you, Ian.
I don't need to be. This sultry night in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, which is where this tournament will be held for at least another 5 years after this, with the deal with the Spanish Federation. The clubs involved, by the way, get 21 million euros of the 40 million. Most of it ends up going to Real Madrid and Barcelona, I'm told. They have won 13 of the last 15 Super Cups, these two. Gundogan. Here's Pedri. Gundogan again. Played in by De Jong. Mendy not quite sure of his bearings, but got the header away, only as far as Araujo for Barcelona. Back it comes out here to Pedri again. Young star from the Canary Islands. Got the header away, as far as Araujo. Barcelona comes out here to Pedri again. Young star from the Canary Islands. Gundogan once again. Well, are pretty content with this, aren't they? Just to sit there and say, well, come on then, break us down if you make a mistake. We've got another fast counter-attack coming up.
Yeah, it doesn't look as if they're in a hurry at all, Barcelona. You wouldn't think they were 3-1 down the way they're knocking the ball around. Slow and just side to side.
Koundé, can they change the pace of it suddenly? If it's slow, quick, slow, that can sometimes work. There has to be an injection of pace somewhere. Pedri trying to produce a little more devil into the attack. They need to start hurting Real Madrid, and quite quickly. It won't happen like that, given away. Nicely played by Jude Bellingham.
Yeah, lovely quick feet. Drag, left foot, right foot. Good movements as well. That's what they're excellent at, Real Madrid. The movement in and around the players. Trying to create space for each other.
Going through the party pieces a bit there, wasn't he? Jude Bellingham, son of a policeman. His brother is a professional footballer as well, Job, who plays for Sunderland in the English Championship. Here's Vinicius. Hungry for more, it might seem, as well here. Araujo wins the battle that time. Real Madrid looking for revenge for what happened in last year's final when Barcelona were deserved winners. Here's Bellingham again. He's gone 3 games without a goal, but they're beginning to showboat a little here, aren't they?
Yeah.
Real Madrid.
Lewandowski caught Nacho. Yeah, a few little flicks turning in. One from Bellingham, one from Vinicius Jr.
Vinicius again. Got a good angle for those curling right footers we see him produce, but that wasn't one of them. Two subs coming up. There's Joao Felix on the left, who gave a good account of himself, almost returned to form, coming on as a substitute against Osasuna. One particularly eye-catching run involved in the build-up to the second goal. But he's been a bit...
Lamal and Joao Felix coming on, just to add an injection of pace, just to have somebody running forwards and trying something a bit different. Very one-dimensional at the moment.
Fermin Lopez, who started the first Clásico this season, playing a number 10 role, 20 years of age. Looks like we're going to see him pretty shortly. Yeah, they do need something different.
Yeah.
Torres taking on Mendy, who's strong. So three changes coming on. Lamine Yamal, the history maker, the 16-year-old who was in the Barcelona team when he was 15.
Yeah, Pedri, as you rightly said, Ian, they have to be very protective of him. Just playing an hour. Frankie de Jong, Sergio Roberto. Three midfielders effectively off. Three forward players on, really, when you think of it. Lamine Yamal, Fermin, Joao, Felix. So they have gone for it.
Let's see if that does the trick. The substitutions worked pretty well the other night against Osasuna. Barcelona weren't altogether convincing in that game either. I think the hope of the Barcelona fans and certainly their coach was that the fixture against Real Madrid might see them return to form with a vengeance. That hasn't really happened, in all honesty. But they were in trouble so early, 2 down after 10 minutes.
Yeah, they didn't help themselves out this evening, did they? In a game like this magnitude as well.
Quite a test, isn't it, for Lamine Yamal up against an experienced fullback like Ferland Mendy.
Oh, really good test. That'll be a yellow card for Rudiger.
Yeah. Not the first of his career, I think it's fair to say.
No, it was a nice turn by Joao Felix. Just let us runs across his body. Easy enough for the referee, had a good sight of it.
Just to keep you up to date with the yellow cards, that's Rudiger, Bellingham, Sergio Roberto, who's gone off, and Ronald Araujo. And the red card issued in the first half was for Jose de la Fuente, the Barcelona goalkeeping coach. It has now emerged. We've clarified that. For presumably some foul and abusive language. Forward by Fermin Lopez, back on the ball again. He's usually got a few bright ideas. Joao Felix. Valverde did well, really. Make sure that possession was retained after that ball from Bellingham, but he's on the chase here. Valverde's cross to Vinicius. Nearly. Rodrigo, that's another one. All the goals via Brazil. Vinicius 3, Rodrigo 1, Real Madrid 4, Barcelona 1.
And this is just all about pace and running, isn't it? Madrid have got it in abundance in that midfield, 3-4 players. And it was Fede Valverde this time just running off Christensen, just to set the team going forward. That's a nice ball by Dani Carvajal. Not close enough. Christensen allows Fede Valverde to do that. They've got bodies in the box, tries to pick out Bellingham. Koundé steps across, but everybody else in that Barcelona defence very flat-footed. The only person who's moving forward is Rodrigo. He pounces on it. Goalkeeper's got no chance this time, as Madrid go further clear.
Goal for Rodrigo, who celebrated his 23rd birthday just a few days ago. Sets off a party among the white-clad Real Madrid supporters, of which there are many in this King Fahd Stadium. And they have been the better side by some way, it has to be said, tonight, Real Madrid.
Yeah, at times they've just looked in second gear, haven't they? I mentioned it against Atletico Madrid. They just look so much quicker, with more energy in that midfield.
Here's Lamine Yamal. He's such a talent, really, to be making it at this kind of level at 16 years of age is incredible, really.
Yeah,
what were you like at 16? You were pretty good, weren't you?
I was very good, yeah. I was only small, though, as everybody knows, but I certainly... 18,
yeah, a couple of years.
But what we've seen for Barcelona with Pedris and the Gavis, they have to protect them, don't they? Yes, they can play, of course they can play, but you can't rely on them to play 60 games a season, as Juan Laporta looks very morose there. The Barcelona president. He doesn't want this scoreline to go any further than this.
No, you would be verging on the embarrassing if it was to become 5-1 or worse than that even. A bit tighter in those Carabao Cup semi-finals. The second leg coming up of Chelsea Middlesbrough from Stamford Bridge on January the 23rd, 2:30 p.m. only on ESPN Plus. Middlesbrough taking a 1-0 lead as Lamine Yamal tries his luck and got hold of it. No real sign of Barcelona finding their way back into this. It's almost been passing without a point at times, hasn't it?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, Frankie de Jong very frustrated. But yeah, it's passing and there's no real end product. It's side to side and it may look pretty and it may dominate possession, but you do that when you're 2-0 up, not when you're 2-0 down or 3-1 down. There has to be a point in the end.
Because in the tiki-taki era, you had Lionel Messi to suddenly inject some real pace and wizardry.
And skill, yes.
Yeah.
And
from out of nowhere, they'd score a goal.
Correct. And in years before, they had Neymar, they had Suarez, they had Thierry Henry, got real goal scorers and very, very good players as well.
Here's Bellingham, who's strolled through the action so far, wearing that number 5 shirt, as worn in the past by Zinedine Zidane, of course.
I mean, if the Olays start coming out in a minute, that is an ultimate form of embarrassment.
This is the 9th time, by the way, these two famous clubs have met in the Spanish Super Cup final, and Real Madrid have won 6 of the previous 8. Barcelona's only 2 wins last year, and before that the one in 2011, which was a bit of a vintage year for Barcelona. It was kind of the high point of Pep Guardiola's reign, I think, wasn't it? That performance at Wembley against Manchester United in the Champions League final that year was, well, out of this world. I think they'd have beaten any team, any time that night. Fermin Lopez plays it back to Koundé, whose attempt at a clearance was belted into the net by Rodrigo a few minutes ago. There's going to be a few inquests, isn't there, about this?
Definitely.
In the Barcelona camp. There's a feeling that things have to change, and of course they can't do that much in the market, can they?
No, they can't do virtually anything in the market yet.
Here's Lamine Yamal. Gundogan. Yamal again. He's physically strong for a 16-year-old there, of course, building up that physicality, because that's a difficult one for a 16-year-old going into men's football. But he's getting plenty of game time, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Scored a goal and was named man of the match for Spain against Cyprus as well.
It's a row call, it's a red card,
So he's gone as well. So Barcelona's night goes from bad to worse. He pleads his case, but there'll be no going back. Things boiling over. Araujo trying to argue his case, and the others would be pretty wise to step away. 4-1 down, and now down to 10 men.
And he goes in for a challenge on Vinicius, whether it's frustration, let's see, with the replay. The Real Madrid players were not happy. And he just kicks him, he just kicks his ankle, doesn't he? It's a ridiculous challenge. See here, he just kicks the right ankle of Vinicius Jr.
Is he trying to play the ball? I mean, not that intent comes into it there, does it? But
oh yeah, I think he was trying to play the ball in. Listen, you can argue whether it was a yellow card, but it was certainly a foul. I mean, a yellow card spoils the game when he sends him off, doesn't he? But you can see the frustration levels that are going around the Barcelona players. The referee felt he had to make a decision.
It was a reckless challenge. And reckless is yellow, that's second yellow and off for Ronald Araujo. Vinicius has won that little battle hands down, hasn't he, tonight?
Yeah, and you're seeing that little tiny clip. It's far too quick for Koundé.
Bellingham with a clever run. Is well found by Tchouameni as well. Nearly turned it in. To add to his 17 goals already this season. In all competitions, that's joint top in Spain with Alvaro Morata and Antoine Griezmann of Atletico. There's a rare loose ball from De Jong. This is an upsetting night, an alarming night, I think, for Barcelona. It's almost this. You're looking at the players and you think they're almost starting to see tomorrow's headlines while they're out there.
Yeah, they need to show a little bit of character here, stay in the game, not concede anymore. More importantly, keep people on the pitch, don't be frustrated. Tempers are high, you can see that, you can feel it.
Well, they're never far from the surface in this fixture. Not quite at the level of the Pig's Head incident. The Luis Figo's return in the Clasico as they change sides. One of a few who've played for both clubs over the years.
Here's the goal again, just falls to Rodrigo really nicely. Can't really miss from there. Lovely ball by Fede Valverde. Is that an assist for Vinicius Junior? Possibly, or is it an assist for Koundé? I see the Barcelona staff having a word with the fourth official. That has to stop as well.
You shouldn't really have to get earache from everybody as the fourth official, but it happens all the time. It's something maybe that FIFA have to look at, where the fourth official is actually placed. Does he have to be right beside the coaches? Maybe not.
No. And they can't, I mean, the sending off for Ronald Araujo is very superficial. You can't hide behind that sending off as if it's determined the result of the game, because it hasn't.
Well, after this, really, Barcelona's aim this season has to be to make sure they finish in the top four in Spain. They are down to fourth place at the moment. 3 points ahead of fifth. I'm sure they get European football and see what they can do to give the Champions League a good crack, win that tie against Napoli, but it's kind of a long way back from where they are just at the moment.
Yeah, they have to go as far as they can in that competition, of course, for financial reasons. Along with pride, the further they get, the more money they'll collect, and every penny counts for Barcelona. As Madrid now start to make their changes, game's over and done with as far as they're concerned.
Off comes Rodrigo. Of course, Real Madrid have to turn their attention soon to a big clash, another clash with Atletico Madrid in the Copa del Rey next Thursday. This is Rodrigo's goal. And by the way, Barcelona might not be relishing the idea of facing the lower league side Unionistas in the next round, and they knocked out Villarreal, didn't they?
Yeah.
So that's Barcelona's next job next Thursday, so they'll certainly won't want any further embarrassment heaped on them in that game. Some easy bounce that time for Iñaki Peña to deal with. Getting a long run with Ter Stegen out long term. He's played in the last 11 games now. Peña only a couple of clean sheets in that time. One of them the other night against Osasuna. Going to be another trophy for Carlo Ancelotti, who, by the way, his win rate as the coach of Real Madrid is better than anybody. 73% going into this game as anybody who's been in charge for over 50 games. He'll go level with Zinedine Zidane with his 11th piece of silverware here, so he's already a bit of a history maker for Real Madrid, and there's more problems here for this Barcelona defence. Can they finish it off? Not quite. Here's Bellingham this time. Hit the base of the post, Bellingham. Out it comes again. And flash wide by Valverde. Well.
Yeah, chance after chance. Brahim Diaz breaks forwards, can't play Vinicius and he's offside. But he could have played him in round about now. As he pulls it back, takes the shot on himself, falls to Bellingham. He gets away with a little bit there, wins it back, cleared off the line by Koundé this time, and Fede Valverde just smashes it wide.
That could easily have been a fifth. Modric and Camavinga waiting to come on. Probably the last thing Barcelona needed to see. Forward by Joao Felix, Lewandowski. Now Lopez. Here's Fermin Lopez again. Coming up to the last 10 minutes. Lamine Yamal. Well, Nacho was caught a bit late there, but did clear the ball anyway. Joao Felix looking for the 1-2 round the edge of the box. Here he is again. Big chance. Important save. Looney's done well tonight. That was a big save. Opened up for Joao Felix. That was better from Barcelona. They actually injected some pace into the attack that time.
And it was Joao Felix who injected it. Quick 1-2, wanting to play forward.
Probably a little disappointed not to be given the nod to get back in the starting lineup tonight.
Yeah, he was very unfortunate actually, Joao Felix. Just hits it right at Lunin, right down the centre of the goal. It's a nice move between Fermin, Gundogan and then Joao Felix. Little flick by him.
Toni Kroos will be replaced by Luka Modric, the old midfield mates. Seen it all, done it all. And Eduardo Camavinga, the young French player, they know that the trophy is secure here, even with 10 minutes to go. Vinicius Jr. getting a standing ovation from the Real supporters for his hat-trick tonight, only the 6th ever scored in the Super Cup final. And it's Modric's first involvement. Bellingham. Interesting to see Brahim Diaz out there. He's been a good goal scoring for him. He got that crazy goal the other night, beating Oblak in a race for the ball. Oblak had come forward from a corner, couldn't get back. Brahim beat him to it and rolled it in from about 45 yards.
Yep.
Lewandowski just nicked the ball away from Modric, but Modric can bring it forward again here now. Carvajal joining the attack, trying to pick the right ball. This might be it to Brahim Diaz. He just wanted a bit too much time, and Lamine Yamal was back to pickpocket possession. But Diaz gets it back off him. Camavinga now. Bellingham. Barcelona, by the way, have brought along a young substitute called Pau Kubasi tonight. Only 16 years of age. I don't think they'll introduce him against this rampant Real Madrid attack. There'll be other occasions, I'm sure. Probably along for the ride, just to get the feel of what it's like on a big occasion. I don't think anybody in the Barcelona camp will be much enjoying what's happening here. Joao Felix. Yeah, he was fouled by Tchouameni, I think it was, on the way through there.
was Fede Valverde, just leaves a leg out. And there wasn't much in it. Was it an arm? There's the chance from João Felix. Lovely little flick. Nice and straight, right at Lunin, unfortunately, for the Portuguese player.
Second goal for Barcelona might just put a veneer of respectability on the scoreline for them. Having got this job done, Real Madrid will be looking to get a rather more commanding position than they currently have in their race to defend their La Liga titles. Fermin Lopez gets himself involved in a little incident there. I think you're right, it's frayed tempers, isn't it? It's frustration.
Yeah, it's all frustration, just a little bit late on Camavinga. Madrid flicking the ball around. It wasn't that bad, actually. Just frustration, you can see that. Left foot in and then right foot just tries to clear him out, but not much.
The result pretty much secure here for Real Madrid. Not so for Liverpool, who will be defending a 2-1 lead when they go to Craven Cottage in London to play Fulham in the second leg of the semi-final. That's the January the 24th for that one. 2:30 in the afternoon exclusively, Eastern Time on ESPN Plus. Only on ESPN Plus if you want to catch that game, which will be a fascinating one, battling for a place at Wembley. Off comes Jude Bellingham, who's having such a great time after his move to Spain from Borussia Dortmund, and he's going to collect his first piece of silverware, his first winner's medal as a Real Madrid player tonight. Valverde's off as well. Dani Ceballos came on in the semi-final. He's out there as well now. Commanding victory for Real Madrid.
Yeah, they got off to a perfect start, didn't they? In a high-pressured Clásico Super Cup final, and they've looked very comfortable since. Few nervy moments when Barcelona got their goal, but they quickly went and got the third. And the second half has been extremely comfortable for them.
On their way to a third consecutive win over their deadly rivals as Modric swings in this corner kick. Ceballos. Trying to look philosophical, Xavi, but he knows he has a lot of thinking to do about which way Barcelona go from here.
Yep.
Whatever the plan was tonight, it hasn't worked.
No.
And the plan did include a, well, as we said earlier, rather suicidally high line. Camavinga to play it through.
Feels younger, more energy. Benzema, or a number 9 character. I think it'd be difficult for them to win the Champions League, I really do. They need a bit of fortune with the draw as well, and things like that, but I think it'll be hard. But they've got an excellent chance in all the other competitions.
Here's Camavinga. Chouameni, who can hit them from long range, as England know to their cost. Remember the World Cup goal he scored for France? From about that kind of range, wasn't it, as well? It was better effort in that World Cup game. Job done for Jude Bellingham and company. They just wait now to collect the medals. Ceballos. Barcelona know the game's up, don't they?
Yeah.
Now you can tell by just looking at the action here, and Rao just happy to knock the ball around. If another goal comes, they'll take that as well. Carvajal was hoping to add to his one the other night.
Yeah, just too much kale on that ball from Chouameni.
And the referee blows for time. Real Madrid win the Super Cup for the third time in 5 years. Revenge on Barcelona for what happened in the final last year. Vinicius with a hat-trick. The other Brazilian, Rodrigo, with the other goal. Lewandowski with a very good goal for Barcelona, but they were, well, seriously outplayed on the night. A lot of thinking for Xavi and Barcelona to do as a club, because Real Madrid were on a completely different level for them here. The FC team will be analysing the action shortly, picking this apart and following the stories that have come out of tonight. And we'll hear from them after the break. But the final score here, and it's a big one, Real Madrid have won it by 4-1.
ESPN's coverage of the Spanish Super Cup is presented by the first ever Lexus TX. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals.